Hello, grade 8s, and welcome. If you remember from our last class, we learned about tides and how beaches are formed. Today, we're going to take a look at ocean currents. So, as we know, oceans provide resources such as gas, coal, food, and minerals. They are also used as a mode of transport across continents for many centuries. They were used as a mode of trade between countries, as you may have learned in your social studies class. So, what are currents? Currents are defined as wide, continuous movements of ocean water. A way to think of ocean currents is like looking at a large river within the ocean. Currents flow in one direction just like a river. So, do you think that oceans are separate and not connected? Think about it. Well, if you said no, then you are correct. This is a common misconception or misunderstanding about oceans. Rather, oceans are all connected and part of one large system and connect one place to another. How about the weather? Is the weather and oceans related? If you answered yes, then you are correct. Oceans play a vital role in weather patterns and climate. Moving on to surface currents. Surface currents are a result of wind patterns, and these patterns blow in fairly constant directions around the world. So, what do you think impacts surface currents? That would be the continents, the rotation of the planet Earth, the heating of the atmosphere, and tides, which we learned last class. Where do you think winds come from or are the result of? Winds are the result of uneven heating of the atmosphere, which we will delve further into today, but to give you a brief overview, it's warm air versus cold air. The warm air moves and expands outward and upward, which produces an area of low pressure. The cool air, which has higher pressure, moves into that space of low pressure. So, speaking of temperature, the temperature of the ocean is made of the surface layer, the mixed layer, the thermocline layer, the deep layer, and the seafloor. The surface layer is exactly as the name states it. It's just the top part. But the mixed layer is made up of the heat from the sun, which is then mixed by the waves and the wind. The thermocline layer is the sudden drop of temperature, since the mixed layer does not penetrate very far, so the thermocline layer ranges from a depth of 200 meters and 1,000 meters. The temperature of the thermocline layer falls from 20 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. Below the thermocline layer is deep water and the sea floor level, where temperatures are close to the freezing point. How do you think ocean currents move temperatures around? Think of it this way. How would one warm up a bath that contains cold water? You would get some hot water and mix the bath with your hand to reach a warm temperature. Have you ever thought about how the process works? While stirring the bath, the hot water is circulating and it reaches all sides of the bath, distributing the temperature. So, all in all, today we're going to learn about surface currents, the different wind patterns, the impacts of surface currents and those wind patterns, and warm and cold currents and how they impact the environment. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.